Hello, guys, welcome back, everyone. In this new tarot reading, actually was inspired. I saw the news about Rosé, new upcoming solo song. So I was watching like a news YouTube channel and her upcoming um, um, MV and song is about to be released. So I wanted to do a tarot reading for her, also because I've been doing G-Friends, so I was thinking that it would be nice to start doing girl groups as well. I started by G-Friend because one of my subscribers was kind enough to do the recommendation to me, so I definitely wanted to do it because I know that you wanted to see it, and two, because I wanted to get to know the girls a little bit better and get really comfortable with the female energy of this industry. And besides, it reminded me that a few days ago we celebrated the I don't know if it's in I believe it's international, the Women's Day, the International Women's Day. So at least in my country we celebrated Women's Day. So I was thinking that I should start doing also Blackpink's reading for the members. So I will start with Rosé, because I don't know if it's pronounced this way, her name. If it's not, please I'm sorry. And any kind of tip or something that maybe the fans would like to share with me, I will take it. So I wanted to do hers first because I know that she is entering this new process about sharing her creation. This is her first solo album, so I wanted to celebrate that in a sense, and also get to know her energy. I don't know a lot about her except that she is a Blackpink member, and I believe she's the main vocalist, but I don't know much about her. So let's start with I decided to use the Muse Tarot deck because since we are talking about new creations and inspiration, I'm sure she has been dealing a lot and connecting a lot with the Muse within her. So I found it fitting that I use the Muse Tarot for her. The first cards that came out were the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Hermit, the Lovers, actually, the Queen of Cups, the World, Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and at the end I will reveal an oracle card that came out for her as well. Let's start with the tarot first. So I believe this project is definitely going to be successful. It's going to be like a beginning of a new chapter for her, very successful for her, because she had been anticipating it a lot. It's like in her mind she was really fearful about releasing it because she didn't feel like prepared enough. I believe that maybe this is a common fear between all creators and between everyone that is involved in this creative process. Is like you never know when it's ready. It's like if it were if if you were given the possibility to maybe release it later, and or maybe being able to like perfectionate a thing or two, you will do it and probably wouldn't release it ever, because it's something I believe that is really close to their hearts, that it's almost like you don't want to give it. You want to give it, but at least that time you're like a bit like protective of it, as if it was your baby or something like that. And they say that being creative and creating something, it's also a bit similar to the feeling of having a child, because it's like you created it, so there's some kind of pride, and also a bit of jealousy about how the others are going to perceive it, because in your eyes it's everything. So in the case of her, I see that the whole process for her was a great moment to get to know herself a little bit more, to go into a hermit mode. It's like she had to detach a bit, to go within herself and to really figure out what inspires her, or what she is all about. I believe she is a very profound person, but she's also very creative, in the sense that she has a lot of ideas, but it's like if she doesn't put them into actions, it's like she can feel a bit drained, or a bit nervous, or a bit, it's like her whole fuel, or her whole inspiration is like it gets stuck. It gets stuck inside of her. So she's definitely, I believe she's an Aries. No, she's an Aquarius, I think, with the moon in Aries. So there's a lot of passion inside everything she does. So despite of her looking really angelic and very like ethereal, and very like all Aquarius people are, inside of her there's this strong need to start projects, to start things, because she is like a creator, and she's the kind of person that is like ideas come to her. It's like she just doesn't know how, but somehow she gets involved in a process of starting something anew, or maybe building an idea from zero, and it's like already having it in her hands, and it's like ideas keep flowing towards her, and she cannot hold them back. She needs to, it's like any kind of energy, you need to put it out, you need to give it to the audience, in her case, so the energy can keep moving. So it's a very exciting time that she's able to move from this place of being a part of a group, being a part of sometimes sacrificing aspects of herself to fit in the group's concept, in the group's ideas, or maybe in the group's schedule. But it's also really great to be like reminded that she has ideas of her own. So it's good that she can be able to develop them, and not, because otherwise she would feel frustrated. And this isn't about if others have the chance to release something of their own. It's about that it's the right time for her. It's the perfect timing for her. It's her moment, and she realized that she has more ideas that she initially thought. It's like she maybe it was like maybe she started talking about the idea of like releasing a song, and it's like, okay, and the producer were like, well, okay, let's take a moment, let's look at what you have. And all of a sudden that song turned out into being a lot of ideas, or a lot of projects about songs. So she's definitely really fast when it comes to creating, the process of creation. And it's like she tried to be really respectful in that sense, but at the same time she cannot stop thinking. That the creation was sitting there, that she had all those ideas and all those songs, that she had them all stored away. So she felt really uncomfortable with that. So it's a great time for her to be able to release it, to share it with the fans, to share it with whomever is ready to listen to her creation. It's not about being greedy or about being like wanting to gain something out of it. It's about being an artist. It's about showing more sides of yourself. So she is in a great place right now. And of course, more opportunities will come out of this, but she needs to think them through, because it's like she enjoys the process of making something on her own, but at the same time, it's like she misses the other members. It's like she doesn't feel right sometimes. It's like she misses them in some way. It's like she wants to have the freedom to do her own thing, but at the same time, she doesn't want to let go of her obligations. She's a really respectful and really responsible young lady. So that's a lot. That's a great energy for her. And then we have the next, we have the Lover's cards, the Queen of Cups, and the World. So it's definitely, it took a lot from her to be able to embrace these emotions and this inspiration. It's like a whole process of her. It's like she's entering into a world of the deeper emotions, into being more than an idol from a girl group with choreographies and everything that it where everything is so aesthetic, and where everything is so choreographed, and everything is so shiny. She wants to present herself in a very more like serious and more like deep and soulful kind of vibe. She wants to be seen that way. She wants people to be able to connect with their own emotions by listening to her songs. So she's definitely very emotional about the process, and it's like she's finally getting comfortable with the idea that she's stepping into a new cycle, into a new stage of opportunities. It's like it's as if her perception of the industry, or maybe her perception of what she's being viewed as an artist, is changing. It's becoming more not only more profound, it's also becoming wider, in the sense that I believe that maybe she will gain more international fans. So, because the world is also about an opening, it's also about having a great reception. It's about being worldwide. If we think about the world, well, we have to think about the worldwide aspect. Although Blackpink is very well known worldwide, but in this sense, I'm talking about her, and she people are going to get really comfortable with her style of music, with this new style. And the other cards are the Two of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. So definitely in the next like 3 months, she's still going to be torn apart about. It's like she will want to try to invite some of the members, or try to ask them for their advice or their feedback. It's like she wants to have them around. It's normal, because she has been working with them non-stop for a lot of years, so it's definitely, she's really attached to them. So it's like she doesn't conceive her her celebrity condition without the members next to her. But at the same time, this whole process is a teaching For her, it's a lesson so she can learn to embrace her own value as an artist. And I mean, since it's Pentacles, I'm talking about like real value, like money, like money, and like being like a brand ambassador, and just for being her, just only her, and using that popularity to be able to to acknowledge it, and to also embrace it and say, yes, I built this. This is my success. This is my creation. I made this. I put my heart and soul in it, and I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of the results. So she's a really hardworking woman, but it's like she had always pictured herself next to the other members. So it's like maybe sometimes she is like, because when you're in a group, you have to understand that sometimes a lot of the things that you want to do are sometimes sacrificed for a greater good, or for a greater cause. So you have, when you are part of a team, there's no I. The only pronoun it's known is the we. We do this, we make this, we are this. So for her, it's a whole new experience where she needs to embrace the results of her creation, and it's going to be really happy times for her, because it's like she's actually, she is very funny, and she's very like hopeful and full of energy. So it's not like she needs this experience of in her life to feel happier, because she is happy. But it's like this is different, because this is about her. This is about her persona. This is about her own. So it's very touching for her to that people address to any kind of artist form as Rosé's creation, Rosé's song, Rosé's album. So there's a bit of a pride, and she needs to own it. She needs to own it, that she's proud, that she has worked a lot, because she has. So she needs to own it. She needs to be able to not fear feeling happy about herself, and feeling joyful, and feeling like she wants to celebrate, because it's worth celebrating, because it's been long months and of preparation, and of course that there's a lot of other people involved. So but this talks about being able to celebrate. And the card that came out for her, that I took from the Energies Oracle, from an advice for her, it's the card that is called Ears Wide Open. Ears wide open, you can see there's a little fox in there, in the card. Um, it talks about you being able to listen. That's why they say that you have to have your ears wide open to receive the message. So it's like whatever feedback, of course, not the positive, not the negative. I mean, the people that she cares, especially her fandom. The feedback that she gets after this, she needs to pay attention. She needs to pay attention, because this feedback, the fans' reaction, the comments, the messages, everything is going to be very important for herself. And hopefully it will also be like some kind of material or inspiration for new things, for maybe new projects. It's like all the feedback that she gets, she needs to stay with her ears open. She needs to be open to receive them, because this that she's going to receive, that she's going to hear, is going to help her as an artist. So she definitely needs to be aware. She needs to have awareness about the impact of this album on others. And obviously, when we talk about Ears Wide Open, not only, because I said obviously it's healthy that she can concentrate on the positive messages, because this is, I believe this is for her fans. So it's like, if there are haters, she shouldn't pay attention to those people. No one should pay attention to the haters in their lives. But at the same time, I have the feeling that this card also talks about her paying attention to whatever is being said in her closest circle of people, because there's something that she's going to find out that is related to her. Because remember when I think it was Lisa that was robbed by a manager of theirs, someone she trusted. Well, I believe that there's still one person around them that is like that is like taking advantage of them, or at least is trying to get some kind of reward, or is trying to take advantage of something. So she needs to pay attention to this about having her ears wide open. It's about putting to a test about supposedly acquaintances or people around them, what are their real intentions. Because I believe there's someone still in the company, or very close to her, that is trying to damage her or the group. It's like they are holding information, or they are gathering information, and sometimes in some way, somehow, that information like sleeps, like it goes out to the public. So she needs to pay attention, because maybe she can prevent this from happening. That's why it says that she needs to keep her ears wide open, because it's about detecting lies. It's about being able to see people's true nature. Because this is what happens sometimes when you are surrounded, when you are successful, when you are going through a time of prosperity and abundance. Sometimes you're so caught up in the joy of the moment, in celebrating, in enjoying yourself, in being happy, that you don't realize that around you there are some not so very nice people that are plotting something against you or your loved ones. So this is why you need to be careful who you have close relationships with, especially with them that are very public. But it's like they need to be careful with that, because there's still some people that are like fake. They have like a hidden agenda. So she definitely needs to spend all this process like trying to pay attention, because somehow she's going to hear something that maybe at first when she hears it is going to be like, this doesn't make sense, but maybe she feels like some kind of awkwardness, or maybe she feels like a bit like suspicious, is because it's something that is not going right. So it's good that this card came out as an advice for her. Okay guys, I'm going to finish the reading here. So please, if you do like the video, please give it a like. I really appreciate it, and I will continue this series next week. I was thinking about doing Jisoo. I was thinking about doing Jisoo, then I will do Lisa, and we will leave Jenny for for the last, because you remember I did a reading for her and GD when the rumors about them dating came out. So and I don't want to interfere like too frequently in her energy. I want to leave a few days of severance, so I'm not like getting close to her energy again. So let's give her room, and eventually I will do hers as well. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.